All right, so today is our third day of riding. It's Thursday. Wednesday we spent replacing the secondary on the orange machine. My forward GoPro here is acting all weird. I think the lens is having an issue. But anyway, we'll try and edit that out as best we can. But if you see something going on with the video, it's not you. It's wonderful GoPro and the idiot using the camera. Anyway, so we replaced the secondary on my machine. We're back on the trail. We head to Devil's Ants, and we are gonna have a good day. We're gonna try to anyway. We know we're gonna get wet. It's gonna start raining here, and that's okay. We enjoy it anyway. And just try and have a good time riding, and make sure the machine is, before we get too far away, the machine's acting fine. But we had to drive quite a ways on highways coming out here already, and notice no ill effects. So we're feeling pretty confident. Anyway, here we go. So I can't believe I didn't notice this until today, editing this video, but I lied to you guys in my last video. It didn't rain. We didn't have lunch with a very nice gentleman from the Hatfield-McCoy trail system. We didn't eat under that covered pavilion. That all happened today. I'm not quite sure how I got my days screwed up, but the raindrops hitting the camera lens had me check it out, and I checked the pictures that I put in there, and they're all from Thursday. So I apologize. We didn't do any of that stuff in the last video as far as having lunch and all that good stuff. We did all that today. We had our hands full getting my broke-ass machine back to camp on Tuesday, and mission accomplished. I mean, it's Thursday. Went from being completely broke to back on the trail having fun, and today's when the real rain and mud and all that good stuff comes in. So anyway, sorry about that. Just me being confused, and nobody that was with me called me on it. My wife watched this video. Mark and Cindy watched this video. No one caught it. So it was an honest mistake. Anyway, so today we are currently in Devil's Ants, headed towards the Buffalo Mountain Trails, which is where we were on Tuesday as well. But keep in mind, these are huge trail systems, so there's plenty of trails to go around. It's funny how editing makes your perception of a day much different. I mean, this footage is terrible. I mean, I don't even know why I'm putting it on YouTube with the raindrops on the screen and all that. Yeah, should have cleaned off the lens more. Sorry. Just kind of killing time until lunch because, we're having a good time still. It's just raining. We're checking the weather, and it says it's basically going to be over by, lunchtime. So we figure we'll just tough it out. Well, meanwhile, Navigator Linda is remembering from 2 years ago our ride here with Steve and Debbie that Buffalo Mountain has a covered pavilion to eat. And I mentioned in Tuesday's ride. Anyway, she's figuring out, how to get us there so we can at least have lunch underneath the pavilion. And by the time we're done with lunch, this rain should be done. So here's that pavilion. This is us pulling in to enjoy a nice lunch. Thanks for sticking in if you made it this far. So we're headed back. We have full bellies, clean the camera lenses, got rid of that rain gear because it was starting to get really hot and humid. Oh, was it humid? Buggy a little bit, but not too bad. And trust me, contrary to what this video suggests, we're having fun. I mean, this is a good time for us. You definitely need to enjoy this kind of activity. I don't think if you don't like getting dirty or that sort of stuff, you're going to enjoy something like this. But if you do, this is a good time. We're having fun, and we're just exploring Buffalo Mountain at this point. I have no idea where my wife's taking us, and I like it that way. She's just telling me where to go, like she does at home. Funny joke, haha. But she's telling me which way to go, and I'm just kind of driving, and we're getting, muddy and dirty, and the rain is actually cleaning off the machines, or I should say the puddles as you go through them, because they were pretty bad. But it was fun. So this is my wife's first mistake of the day. She decides to listen to me for directions rather than, just telling me where to go. And I tell her I found this sign that said there's some wild horses up here, and I've heard about an area that has wild horses in the Hatfield McCoys. It's nowhere near here, by the way. Anyway, and I'm like, oh, we should go check it out. So she says, okay. She agrees reluctantly, but so I turn down the first road. Yep, it's blocked. It's wrong. So now I'm like, oh, let's go up here. And Mark and Cindy are humoring me, and they're following me, and we're headed up this long road, and we're looking for some horses. Only when we get to the top of the hill, fate kind of took over because we came across this guy that needed some help, and we had our second winch recovery of the trip. So stay tuned. Spoiler alert, there were no horses. So I don't know exactly where I am or what the hell I'm doing, but we came across this guy in a pickup, and he had came up here looking to, I don't know if he came up here to see the views or what, but he couldn't get his truck turned around. He ended up hitting that little building and wedged up on this hill here on the left. Took out his taillight, I think. And he's like, yeah, I could use some help. I got a chain. I'm like, yeah, and I've got a, small little side-by-side. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this truck or not, but, we tried. So we got the winch line out here. I'm trying to, suck him in, and somehow the little winch got her done. So he was very appreciative. Him and his son were able to go out on their way, and all was right in the universe. But now we had to get 3 machines turned around because there's like no room to turn around up here. I totally led Mark and Cindy and Linda up a wild goose chase. This is just like, an antenna up here, no real place to turn around. I'm sure the guy in the pickup and his son were happy that we did screw up, but nonetheless, we had to get turned around. When I was winching that guy out, I told him what we were doing up there. He said he was up there with his son. There's a fire lookout tower up there, and they're just checking out the views. He didn't realize he couldn't turn around. But anyway, I told him what we were doing up there, and he's like, man, I know where those horses are. I'll take you to them. So we went down the mountain and got to the bottom. We saw another guy that we thought maybe was going up to help that guy because he said he had called a friend. And we kind of waited a little bit, and the guy never showed up. So I don't know what happened to him. I assume he got down. It wasn't difficult or anything like that, but he never came. So we just got back on the road and headed back towards camp. It wasn't a big deal. Like I said, I took my wife and friends on a little bit of a wild goose chase, but we got to help a guy and his son stuck up at the top of a lookout tower. So anyway, short little video today, but it was a great ride. It took the whole day. We were exhausted. We were thankful that my machine was running good and we had no more issues. Mark and Cindy's machine was running good. We survived the rain, and we're looking forward to our final day of riding on Friday. Just wanted to say thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.